Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now today we are going to have a look at the JgTig 8.8. Yes, the JgTig, the German tier 8 tank destroyer in premium tank. Sorry, I wonder what I was going to say there. So this tank is back for sale. You can buy this tank in the store here. Let's just have a look at how I've just gone past it. How much this tank is actually for sale and whether it's actually worth buying. So you can see here the tank you can buy for 5,500 gold. Yes, just 5.5k gold. On top of the tank, you're also getting two collectible containers. Not worth it, to be honest. They're just totally pointless. But also you're getting 30 days of premium. 30 days of premium. You're getting the a camouflage there, you're getting the ×5, you're getting an avatar there, and also you will get a tank research certificate. So you'll get 25% discount on a tank to research. So yeah, that's a really good bundle. On top of that, you're getting 500,000 credits and some boosters as well. So for a start, before I even talk about the tank, yes, it is worth buying because this tank is actually a very good tank. Now, back in the day, there is actually two tanks like this. You've got the JgTig 8.8 and then you've got the JgTig 8.8, which is this one right here. Two separate tanks, but of course both are exactly the same. This was like a special edition, etc. The Snowstorm or whatever, just like there is the IS6 and the IS6 Fearless, the T34 and the T34 Independence, etc. So this one's a little bit more rare than the usual JgTig 8.8. So what is the tank like? Now, looking at the name, those of you that are not aware of the tank, it used to have an 8.8 centimeter gun, which is this gun right here. This was the usual gun that it had, and it wasn't too bad, to be honest. The DPM's still good at 3,199. Penetration, yeah, not the best, but it does the job. And the reload was very, very low. It's a 4-second reload on the tank. It was still an okay tank back when it had this gun, but Wargaming, for some reason, decided to give it a 10.5 centimeter gun. Now, I got no idea why. I've got no idea why Wargaming decided to give it this gun. But yeah, when they gave it this gun, it literally changed the tank. It changed the tank completely because this tank now is so freaking good. It is amazing. It really is so good. And because of this gun, I would always recommend buying this tank when it comes for sale, especially with the offer that it is already for sale. So DPM has gone up from the other gun at 3,500, so pretty decent DPM. The reload's gone up a little bit. I mean, it's only 1.5 seconds more at 5.8, but you have better penetration, 235 on your AP, 285 on your APCR, 60 on your HE, and you have more alpha as well. You have a 350 alpha gun, 260 on your APCR and 420 on your HE. Aim time, I mean, it's not the bad, but it's not the best at 3.8, and the dispersion is really good at 0.290, and it does have 7 degrees of gun depression, and it goes 38 kilometers per hour. So already the armor profile frontally is actually very good as well at 263 millimeters. So overall, it's a very good tank. It's a very, very good tank. Now, I had a game in I was playing this Snowstorm in Dead Rail, and I actually played this like I don't like playing tanks. Now, of course, it is a slow tank, but it has fantastic DPM. If you can get yourself into a position where you can just farm that DPM, then do so, because you have only a 5-second reload. And if you, of course, well, less than 5 seconds, or well, 5.9 seconds, sorry. And if you're using the adrenaline, of course, that will go down a little bit as well. So we're on Dead Rail. and I'm the only tank destroyer on this map. Now, if I wasn't the only tank destroyer, I probably wouldn't come into this this position. I would let a different tank go, and I would go quite sort of front line with my team. But because no one is here in this position, I need to sort of I need to be there. I need to be there, and I need to do some damage to the enemy team as they are pushing around. Now, I have been spotted, which is still very risky. I do need to kind of back up, but all the tanks are pretty much occupied. Now, I have some side shots here, and I really want to take them shots off and help my medium tanks over there. But unfortunately, the light tanks there, sorry, the Leopard and the Scent are not giving me any shots whatsoever. So at this point, it's just a patient game. It's just being very patient, and that's something I'm not. I'm not patient. So for me to sit here and wait for the opportunity to get some damage is something I don't do regularly, and it's something I should do regularly, because you have to have patience in this game. The battles are 7 minutes long. Sometimes you have to use that 7 minutes. Now, me being patient and actually sitting in the position, I have managed now to do 1300 damage, and we've managed to get a tank down to a one-shot. He's gone, and there is the Action X over there that is also a one-shot. And now we can try our best to help our light tank and our medium over there, and we do get a little bit of damage into that Centurion, and the E75 is just not happy. So again, it's all about being patient. And this tank, when you're in a hold down position, or when you're actually sort of quite far back from the map, if any of these guys tried shooting me, yes, if they switch to the APCR or premium, they will be able to pin my my front plate, no problem whatsoever. But if they're using AP, you'll be surprised just how good this armor profile on this tank actually is. And if you're using the sort of if you are on a ridgeline, it's not an easy tank to deal with. It really isn't an easy tank to deal with, especially people underestimate this tank. They underestimate the DPM, and not many people realize just how good the DPM is on this tank. So now it's a 4 versus 3. I'm just waiting because I know that there is the SU 130 over there. There's no point me pushing, and that's again why I was being patient. I was being patient, and me being patient actually pays off, because this SU 130 PM is now a only 500 hit points. I do just kind of fluff my shot here, but we are going to get a shot into him. I mean, that was a very nice shot. That was actually a very nice shot. And now it's a 3 versus 2. We can just farm 74 damage into that waffle. Now is probably a good time to push, but we don't need to push. We're just going to wait. And these are games, these are boring games. These are boring games, but sometimes these are the kind of games that you need to do. And again, we get the kill there on the Action X, we clear him, and we are going to get the kill on the waffle. So we still managed to farm up 3.4k damage, and this is what this tank can do now, because it has that DPM. Before, yes, it had still decent DPM, but you need to shoot a lot more to get that damage, because of course you had a lower alpha gun, and it was a lot harder to do this kind of damage. But this time we're going to watch I don't know whom I to. I don't know who am I to. Okay, I don't know. So he's just driving the usual JgTig here. I was driving the Snowstorm. He's driving this the usual one, and he is top tier. So of course, when you are top tier in this thing, it is much better. Tier 7s will struggle to penetrate you. But of course, if you played the JgTiger in tier 9, the tech tree version, it plays exactly the same way. Exactly the same. It looks like the same tank, plays like the same tank. Doesn't quite have the DPM as the tier 9 has. The tier 9 has fantastic DPM, but it plays exactly the same way. Now, you can be aggressive on this tank, in this tank, because you can have that armor profile, and again, because you've got the DPM as well, you can really bully the heavy tanks on the enemy team. If they get a bounce, you can shoot them twice before they've sort of even reloaded. Then you can sort of get angled up and get your tank into a position where where you can try and get more bounces. Now, it is a slow tank, it's not the quickest of tanks, and you don't have a turret, so you have to bear that in mind as well. You don't want to be circled by the medium tanks. Now, the whole team has come to the left side, which you don't see often. Most of the time it is done, the match is taken on the right side, but he's put himself in a good position, a very good position. He has shots to his left, in front of him, to his right, and he is now able to get the Tiger 1 very low hit points, and the Tiger 2 manages to take him out. But him being in this position is very good, and look at these angles that he's trying to get. He's using the building to get these angles, and because of that, it made the VK100 miss his shot, and the VK100 doesn't have good DPM. And now the JgTig, as you can see, is just absolutely bullying this VK, absolutely bullying him. He does go for the track shot, which is unfortunate because he doesn't do any damage, but now this guy is a one shot, he can easily take him out. And just look at the damage he's managed to farm up so easily, and you can do that. Put yourself in the right situation, you can farm damage very, very quickly. Now, of course, that is the ISU 130 in front. He didn't quite realize that there's going to be two tanks there, and now he sort of has to back up. He's got no choice. He has no choice to back up, and you can see he is getting shot, but he's still got 620 block damage so far. It's a 5 versus 5, and now he's going to ignore the two tanks to the right and try to go for the Predator here, which he's going to get down to a one shot. And of course, you have the T34 there as well. So he has to hide from the tank destroyers, because if he comes out now, he can get absolutely ruined from these tank destroyers. The SU, I mean, it's no ISU 152, but it's still it can still do a lot of damage. So 5k damage. Look how easy he managed to get this damage. Now, he's not even going to pay attention to that Predator. There is no point him paying any attention to that Predator. He's a one shot. He's now just going to try and focus this T28 prototype. Now, he can take a couple of shots from this prototype. He has the hit points and he has the DPM, but unfortunately he has been missing his shots, and now the T28 hasn't got bad DPM, hasn't got the best, but it hasn't got a bad DPM, and that there was a very nice bounce. Now it doesn't really matter if he takes a shot, but he does take a shot, and if the Predator was actually looking this way, this could have actually been a different outcome for that Predator. But overall, 1600 blocks damage, and our guy ends with 5785 damage, 3 kills, and a very deserved mastery badge there. So yeah, the JgTig 8.8, not really an 8.8 anymore, it's more of a JgTig 10.5. Definitely the bundle that is in the store right now is a very, very good bundle. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With